You're listening to the Reaching Japan podcast. My name is James Miyashita. So glad that you're here today. In this podcast, we cover updates and news about what's currently happening in our lives and ministry. You can find us on the web at reachingjapan.com, facebook.com/reachingjapan, and twitter.com/reachingjapan. Now, if you haven't already, please leave us a review for this podcast so others can find it as well and join us on the journey of reaching Japan with the gospel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's what we're going to be talking about. This week, our home church has had their annual Vacation Bible School, and we've had the opportunity to be a part of that. Back when we came back from Japan several months ago, the children's pastor there at Vision, Greg Keelan, asked if I could help with VBS by preaching the services each night. And so I've had the chance to do that. It's been a blast. The first night we had one that was made a profession of faith, and I've been continuing to preach through the Gospels, and we've been talking about the miracles of Jesus. That's been the main topic each night. One night we talked about, Jesus has power over the storms, and he calmed the storm, peace be still. And Chris Fees, who works over at the VBM office, brought his canoe, and the guys and gals in the sound booth, they turned out the lights and played a storm sound, and it worked out really well, and I was just super grateful for all their help and just making that possible. Tonight's our last night, and we're going to be talking about Lazarus coming back from the dead, Jesus raising him from the dead, and it's just been a blast. Thank you so much for praying for that. It's been so awesome to see all the volunteers helping and just so many moving parts, but Greg and everybody who's organized this thing have done a really good job in keeping it afloat and running smoothly. So thank you for praying for VBS. Now, we are scheduled to go back to Japan at the end of next month. We're super excited about it. August 31st, we jump on a plane, fly out, head back to Japan. There's some details that need to be worked out. Now, they just announced that they're going to be going into a state of emergency again. This is round 4 for Tokyo in the capital. And so I'm not sure what that's going to look like as far as when we get there. We were hoping that things would start to open up more, especially with the Olympics just right around the corner. But right now it looks like that's not going to be the case. However, we are still able to get back into the country, and we will still be able to start getting things set up. So right now it looks like what we're going to try to do is we're going to fly straight to Tokyo. So we're going to get a car in Tokyo and drive to Nagoya and quarantine in Nagoya, but then also try to arrange for a vehicle pickup and all this other stuff. And so there's a lot of little details that are going to need to get figured out. So pray for us as we try to keep our sanity through all this. And all the while, we are going to be trying to pack up our stuff here because we've set up a small apartment here, getting rid of stuff, saying goodbyes, and as well as still reporting to churches. So there's a lot of moving parts, and we definitely need your prayers. So that's a little bit of what's been going on here. Now, if you have any questions or comments about what we talked about today, I'd love to hear from you. I will do my best to answer those questions on this podcast. You can always reach me via email. My email address is james@reachingjapan.com. That's james@reachingjapan.com. We are honored to serve under the direction of Vision Baptist Church and Vision Baptist Missions in Alpharetta, Georgia. If you're looking for a way to take your next step in ministry or missions, please reach out to me. Thanks for tuning in today. We will see you next time.